Hello.
Hello. So in the first year of CS major or in first semester or second semester, you will find this course called Relational Database. And first time hearing of it, there are many students might don't know what it is and what this subject about or how to learn it. And yeah, I was one of them. I'm still trying to learn it properly. So yeah, let's get a general idea of relational database. What's this subject about? So picture it. Relational database is like a Excel spreadsheet. In Excel spreadsheet, you manage your regular list. It can be study related, work related, or anything. And yeah, you just use it to manage your data. Only a small data, or it can be get highest 500, but for an application, let's say for Facebook or Instagram, the large scale of data you need to manage with something is more structured, more organized. And for those kind of things, applications, software, and websites, for those kind of things, you actually use this method called relational database to manage the data of those places. And to give you more simple example, let's say you have login page of a website or a login page of application. So each time a person log into that application or website, they get a username, they get a ID, or they put their email address there. So let's say I'm the first person who are logging to an website. I'll be number one, and I have the Gmail, I have the username, and that number one in a spreadsheet. Let's say in the column, I'm going to put that number one as of my ID to just identify this one is only specifically for my row or my data is going to be stored in this row, right? My Gmail, my username is going to be stored in this row, and the column is going to be the one or the first person who is going to log in, the number one, and the second will be the similar is going to be second, and his row will be the second one. So this kind of spreadsheet is going to be created uh, by by automation or like automatically by itself to manage this data and to show it through the websites or application you're going to build. And to manage this name, username, the Gmail, the whole database, this is going to be called the relational database, or like only the whole things you're going to call as database. And the relational part comes up with the ID you got, the number one, and the data you got, the row and the column is going to be connected, and then you can call this whole thing as a relationship. So that's how the name came up with the relational database, if I'm not wrong. And now how you are going to actually, like, how this relational database is going to be work, right? So as I already said, it's going to be a spreadsheet, and which is true. But this spreadsheet is going to be created by a programming language. It's not a programming language, it's like a query language. And that query language also need a editor, or kind of like a code editor. So you can also picture as this code editor as a Visual Studio, like VS Code, that you write a programming language like Python, HTML, CSS, those kind of thing. So that programming language, or here that the query language, the name is SQL, which is only one language or only the main thing that you are going to focus on to learn this whole course you're going to learn. And the VS Code, or the tools you're going to use, similar to VS Code, there are a bunch of code editor, but for the database management system or the tools you're going to use, it's PostgreSQL, MySQL, Oracle. There are a bunch of it, but people mostly use PostgreSQL, MySQL, Microsoft Data Management System, Studio, etc. Or the PostgreSQL is the most popular. So the two main theme of the relational database is database management system tools, and to navigate that, you need that programming language or the query language, which name is SQL or SQL. People call both, but I'm going to call SQL. So this SQL you need to learn to integrate or navigate with this this tools called database management system to build a database for your application or software. So this is the whole point of relational database. So the main thing is you have to learn the SQL and some of the database management system, but I would suggest you learn PostgreSQL at the one you are university teaching right now, because the tools or database management system is easy to navigate, which what I understand so far. And but the main part is to learn the SQL, similar to programming language, that you need to learn how it works, which one works for what, and then you build a database out of it. It can be a simple product list or anything, ID list. So yeah, this is the whole part. If I summarize it, then relational database like a system that you're going to use for your application software or website to manage the data in this software application or website from your cloud disk or files. And to manage this data, you need two things: the database management system and the SQL, which is going to speak with your data from the files, cloud, or hard drive you have to put into your website application or software, just to show there or update all the data or just manage data, you know. So I believe you understand so far. And yeah, this is the whole concept of relational database. Yeah, this is the general idea. Probably I will upload more about this